Have you ever noticed how some people light up in a crowded room, while others feel like they're slowly drowning in the chatter? You're at a party. Someone asks, "So, what do you do?" You answer politely. They nod. Then, "Crazy weather we're having, huh?" And inside, something in you just deflates. There's small talk swirling all around, like foam on a latte, light, endless, meaningless. Most people sip it without thinking. But you'd rather drink the coffee black. Strong. Real. Here's the paradox. The very thing that connects most people feels like a wall to you. You're not rude. You're not antisocial. You just hate small talk with a quiet, burning intensity. So what does that say about you? Are you broken? Or is there something deeper, something protective, something beautiful, hiding beneath the discomfort? Today, we're going to find out. You stand in a circle of strangers, nodding along as they trade stories about traffic and weekend plans. Your smile is perfect. Polite. Practiced. But inside, your mind is already wandering, searching for an exit, a book, a corner, anything that feels more honest than this scripted dance. You don't hate people, you just hate the performance. Here's the truth. Small talk isn't small to everyone. For most, it's the warm-up act, the gentle on-ramp to connection. Mirror neurons fire. Voices sync. Trust builds in tiny increments. Psychologists call it phatic communication, speech that doesn't inform, but bonds. But for you, it feels like friction. Every "How's it going?" scrapes against something raw. Why? Let's go deeper. Imagine your mind as a house with many rooms. Some people keep the front porch wide open, inviting anyone to sit, chat about the weather, linger over lemonade. But your house? The porch is there, sure. You maintain it. You're kind. But the real living happens deeper inside, past the hallway, behind closed doors, in rooms filled with books, ideas, feelings too big for casual mention. Small talk wants to stay on the porch. You want to invite someone all the way in, or not at all. And this is where it gets interesting. People who hate small talk often score high on trait openness and depth of processing. You notice subtleties others miss. You feel things intensely. Surface chatter doesn't satisfy because your inner world runs deep, like an ocean, not a puddle. Research on highly sensitive persons, Elaine Aron's work, shows that about 15 to 20% of us process stimuli more thoroughly. Sounds, emotions, even unspoken tensions in a room hit harder. In a conversation full of nothing, you're still picking up everything: the forced laugh, the glance at the phone, the unspoken boredom. It's exhausting. But here's what's fascinating. Hating small talk isn't just sensitivity. It's often protection. Think about your earliest memories of connection. Maybe conversations at home skipped the surface entirely. Maybe emotions were big, unfiltered, intense. Or maybe the opposite. Maybe feelings were never named, so you learned to dive deep alone. Attachment theory offers a clue. Those with secure attachment often glide through small talk. It's safe, it's play. But if early bonds felt unpredictable, or if vulnerability was punished, the shallow end can feel dangerously exposed. Better to stay silent than risk revealing too much too soon. So you wait. You observe. You listen for the moment someone says something real, something that cracks the mask. And when they do, you light up. The conversation shifts. Depth arrives like oxygen. Suddenly you're alive. But here's the thing, most people never go there. They stay on the porch. And you're left wondering, is it me? No, it isn't. You skip networking events. You leave parties early. You text, "Sounds fun," but stay home. Over time, the world labels you quiet, shy, standoffish. But those words don't fit. You're not afraid of people. You're afraid of pretense. And yet, the isolation creeps in anyway. Because connection still matters. You crave it, just not the packaged version. There's a quiet grief in that. A loneliness that doesn't look like loneliness from the outside. But the psychology behind this runs deeper than loneliness. People who reject small talk often have a strong need for authenticity, a trait linked to intrinsic motivation and self-determination theory. You don't perform for approval. You don't collect social points. You'd rather be alone than fake it. That's strength, not flaw. And yet, society rewards the performers. The ones who can chat effortlessly, climb faster, date easier, fit in. You watch them and wonder, am I doing this wrong? Here's what's really happening. You're playing a different game. One with higher stakes. You want truth. Meaning. Resonance. You'd rather have one soul-bearing conversation a year than 1,000 pleasant ones. And maybe that's the real gift. Let's visualize 2 paths. Path 1, you force it. You memorize scripts. You laugh at jokes that aren't funny. You become good at small talk. People like you more. Doors open. But inside, something dims. You feel further from yourself than ever. Path 2, you lean in. You accept the discomfort. You get selective. You seek out the rare ones who skip the porch entirely. You build fewer connections, but deeper ones. You learn to say, I'm not great at small talk, but tell me something real. And slowly, the right people find you. Research on deep conversationalists, studies from the University of Arizona, shows that substantive dialogue predicts well-being far more than frequent light chatter. The people who reported the most happiness weren't the social butterflies. They were the ones who had meaningful exchanges. You were right all along. So if you hate small talk, know this, your discomfort is not a defect. It's a signal. It's your mind saying, I was built for more. Silence is not emptiness for you, it's space. Space for truth to arrive. And when you stop apologizing for that space, something shifts. You stop performing. You start inviting. You don't need to love small talk. You just need to pass through it sometimes, like a hallway, to reach the rooms that matter. Here's a gentle reframe, you're not bad at connection. You're selective about depth. You're not antisocial. You're pro-authenticity. You're not broken. You're guarding something precious. So the next time someone asks about the weather, you don't have to dive in. You can smile. You can nod. Or you can say softly, honestly, I'm more interested in how you're really doing. Most won't take the invitation. But the ones who do, they'll remember you forever. And maybe that's enough. You were never meant to live on the porch. You were meant to open the door, wide, when the right person knocks. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to the part of you that cringes at shallow words. That part is protecting the depth you have to offer the world, and one day, someone will walk straight past the small talk. And thank you for leaving the real door unlocked. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this resonated, you're not alone. You never were. Take care of that beautiful, depth-seeking heart. I'll see you in the comments, or maybe in